So here we have a 2008 Honda Civic Type R. It's got roughly 110,000 miles on the clock, and it's the 2-litre petrol engine. So as part of the service I'm carrying out on this vehicle, I'm going to be changing, or attempting to change, the spark plugs. Now, I don't recall doing spark plugs on one of these before, so it's going to be a little bit of an investigation as well. So we've got a panel on the top here which I'll remove. Access looks a little bit tight underneath this panel. Hopefully I won't have to take all of this off, but I'll attempt it, leaving that in situ to start with and see how we get on. So I'm going to start by taking off these nuts here. They look like 10mm. Yeah, 10mm. Bolts. A little bit too tight to turn by hand. There we go, one panel removed. And these are a little bit different, the middle ones to the outer ones. Look like they've got some kind of extension on there which has come out with them. But that's fine. Just put them back in the same way they came out. So under the panel you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 ignition coils, which next we need to unplug and undo the bolts and pull them out. So the centre two nuts which I undone, or bolts, to remove that cover, looks a little bit different because they actually go through and hold the coils down on cylinders 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 4. So I've still got number 1 here to remove and number 3, but I'm just going to show you one of the cylinders because it's just the same process for all 4. So that's your coil. Hopefully that will just pull up. This plug here, the blue plug, looks like you've got a tab to push in there. Oh, that's it. That's unplugged now. Ah, the first problem. I can't get the coil past this panel. So it looks like there's no way around it. We're going to have to remove this panel next. Okay, so as I said, I haven't done one of these before, so it's going to be a little bit sort of take it apart and see how it goes. One rubber strip off of there. It looks like this middle panel should come out separately to the two which are underneath the wiper arms, or at least that's what I'm hoping, otherwise we've got to take the wiper arms off as well. Got some clips along the front, which I wouldn't be surprised if they broke. That's come out okay. And one over each side. Right. Has that freed anything off? Ah, good. Oh yeah, windscreen washer pipe there. I don't think I'll touch that bit there. Let's see if I can disconnect it down here instead. Oh, a little bit tight. Doesn't want to come off. Might end up just trimming that back a little bit. Ah, that's it. Right, get that one out of the way. So it looks like we've got a tin heat shield that needs removing next. And that little cover there, get that out of the way. There's a 10mm bolt there, another one or two up here, another one there. Oh, and two down the back. I'll take this off completely. Oh, looks like I could have got away with just loosening that back one. Looks like the metal cover's got a slot in it. Wonder if it'll come out and leave the bolt behind. Oh, there's another bolt up under there. Looks like it's slotted again, so I'll leave the bolt in there, just loosened. That doesn't feel like it's going to come past it. I'll take it right out and try not to drop it. Drop that one. That's where the magnet on the stick comes in handy. Oh, it's that wiring loom was clipped on there. Oh, excellent. That's out. So now we should have the clearance just to lift this coil out. And that's it, one ignition coil removed. Right, so I've noticed there's quite a bit of flaky paint and debris laying around here. I don't really want that falling down once I've removed the spark plug, so I've got my airline here. I'm just going to give this a gentle blow. Try and get some of it out. Okay. So they're regular size spark plugs. I've got the 5/8 plug socket here. The plug's quite a long way down in there. That's it. There we go, one plug removed. So this old plug, that's kind of the ideal colour that you're looking for, really. Like almost a rusty colour, brown colour. Too black. If it was all black and sooty, obviously that would indicate it was running too rich. But no, that's okay. That's good. So the new plugs, they do come preset. So it's always a good idea just to have a look and make sure that they all look the same. They come with a cardboard tube on the end, so that in theory they can't get crushed and squeezed up. You will find a spark plug gap, either in an owner's manual or online. And if you've got feeler blades the right size, you can always double check them, but as a rule, they're generally fine out of the box. I always like to put just a little touch of copper slip grease on there. You don't have to put loads on. Just helps it to go back in and make future removal easy. Now these spark plugs, these NGKs, they aren't the cheapest ones. They're around about £30 to £35 each. I'm sure you can get them cheaper if you shop around online and so forth. Right. Just nip these up. As with every component on the car, you can look up a tightening torque figure, but you just got to be sensible and nip it. Don't overdo it. So next we'll get the coil back in. Clip that back on before I push it in. That's it. And you've just got to line this up with the bolt hole. Nip that up. So that's cylinder one done. I'm just going to repeat the same process with the next three. So that's all 4 spark plugs now changed. The coils are refitted. I'm just going to start it up, make sure it runs okay before I go ahead and put all of this panelling back on. sounds fine to me. A bit noisy because of the exhaust, but there you go. Okay, so we'll crack on and get some of these panels fitted back on. Right, so I've got the cover here, which has still got the 2 extended bolts on to go through these coils. I think you probably can separate the 2, but I'm just going to put it back how it came off. That's both of those started. Not a very good ratchet, that one. Right, that's back on. Next we'll get the heat shield, the tin heat shield back in. I think I've got that up the right way, or have I? No. Yeah, that way up. Yeah, definitely lines up a lot better when you have it round the right way. Let's put that strap to go there. Right. These are going to be a little bit fiddly. Right, they're all started. I've just got to tighten those up. Right, that's the heat shield back in. Slot that wire back on there. Now all that's left is the plastic scuttle panel trim and the rubber seal to go on top. Right, so the washer pipe has got a little nick in the end of it, so I'm just going to trim that off. That's it. I think that's it. On there. Right. Make sure I don't squash that pipe. I think that's in. Just got these. Oh, I see. There's a couple of little pegs on the outside. Oh, well, there's one anyway. Just kind of lap round underneath that tin heat shield. Right, so I just need to push in the plastic clips. I don't think this one was fitted properly. Originally, it was all a bit of a funny angle. That's it. And rubber trims go along here. And that's it, all back together again. So I'll get that off the ramp and give it a run around the block and make sure it's running smoothly and doesn't misfire under load. That's if there's going to be a misfire, that's when it's most likely to do it, when it's under load. But I mean, the plug's brand new, as you could see, and it fired up fine and was ticking over fine, so I've got no doubts about it, it'll be fine. Thanks for watching. If you find our videos helpful, please hit like and subscribe to help us out. Nice one.